Oh no, my biggest fear is coming true. Views are down, watch time is down, subs are down, likes are down, hell, even I'm feeling down. This might be the end of this channel. I don't think there's any way I can recover from this. No, but seriously, shit's been doing pretty bad recently, and I wanna talk to you about it, not so I can cry and whine to you about my sudden lack of views, but rather to give you insight on why it's happening to me and pretty much everyone else in the Bloons world, as well as to show you what the reality is of being a Bloons YouTuber, and the ups and downs thereof having a channel of reasonable size. First off, you might be wondering why I'm putting League gameplay in the background even though I'm talking about Bloons. Well, I'm not really talking about the game itself, it's more of a general video about the YouTubers who play and upload Bloons games, so consider this video to be like one of those commentary type videos where they blabber along a certain topic while putting on related gameplay in the background, so aside from this one instance I won't be talking about it anymore. Alright, so now where do we start with this video? Okay, how about the title? Bloons channels, including mine, are dying, and how do I know this is true? Well, obviously the graphs I showed you earlier are a clear indication things are going downhill on my end, but how about the other large Bloons channels, if any of them are even still around, lol. Seriously, I want you to tell me 5 Bloons YouTubers with at least 5,000 subscribers who are still consistently uploading mainly Bloons content. Chances are you can't, because right now the amount of channels doesn't even add up to 5, yet 6 months ago you probably could have counted more than 10. So what happened to those channels in the past 6 months? Well, I'm no mind reader, but I can certainly say it came down to a combination of not enjoying the game anymore, running out of Bloons ideas to upload, or finding another game which fetches more views. That last point only applies to a few specific YouTubers and I'll talk about that in a bit. Simply put, not many people are putting out content for Bloons anymore, at least somewhat large channels that is. You see, I'm sort of ignoring those smaller Bloons channels with only 1,000 subs or so, not because small means they are irrelevant, but rather dead or alive game. There's always going to be small YouTubers creating content, so at the end of the day these channels aren't going to influence the popularity of the game very much. In other words, I guess it really is just a nicer way of saying you're irrelevant, lol. Anyways, back to my point earlier, you guys remember Molten Off? Yeah, those guys, the running joke of the Bloons community and still beaten like a dead horse to this day. I think it's time we get over their incompetency of the game cause they're not coming back anyways. But like them or not, there's no denying that they made a huge impact on the popularity of the game during their tenure, which in turn increased Bloons' viewership on YouTube. Obviously this spike in popularity did come with a downside in that it brought a lot of younger players to the game who just copied all the terrible strategies Molten Off used, but that's besides the point. The point is these younger viewers aren't the type to continue playing a game if their favorite YouTuber doesn't do so anymore, they'll just follow whatever new game they pick up, so pretty much these guys all came and went around the same time Molten Off quit uploading Bloons 3 months ago, which could explain why popularity has continued to trend downward since then as no other large enough YouTuber has picked up the game. This graph is showing YouTube search trends, so you see it ain't just me feeling the heat. Channels that are still uploading Bloons like Bruno and Lucky are getting hit pretty hard too. And don't for a second think I forgot about Chris. He's a bit of a weird one in that his channel has been pretty stable in the past few months, aided by the BSM2 videos, but look at the bigger picture and things are a lot different. I can't explain the reason for this particular pattern to you, but what I can say is it does look like Chris is hitting a plateau, and it isn't really his fault for that. It's just there's only so many Bloons viewers out there that haven't yet discovered Chris at this point, so there's not much room where you can gain subscribers if Bloons isn't reeling in any new viewers. You know what I mean. So basically what I'm trying to say in this first part is, nobody's making Bloons videos right now because of a variety of reasons, and those that do aren't getting that growth they are accustomed to seeing. And no, it has nothing to do with school starting now, as I've already shown the dip has been there since the start of July, so at best I'd be losing only a small portion of views due to school. It's just the active Bloons player base is declining and there's no one else bringing new people in, so it looks like the YouTube views are gonna remain shit until that damn Super Monkey game comes out, or if someone popular can pick up any sort of Bloons game. Here's my desperate attempt at doing so. I guess all this goes to show that nothing is guaranteed on YouTube. I know a few people like to think that once you get over that hump, it's smooth sailing from there. But no, in fact it's anything but that. Let me give you a really shitty analogy so you know what I mean. Gaining subs and views on YouTube is sort of like working up an escalator the wrong way. Every time you take a step forward, you need to keep taking steps forward in order to maintain your position, sort of like on YouTube where you need to constantly be making videos to keep your subs reeled in, otherwise if you stop making videos you'll fall right down to the bottom and have to start over. On the other hand, you could explode in popularity, and that translates into making progress up the escalator, except in a YouTube point of view I'd like to imagine there's no end to the escalator, since even at 40 million subs you'll need to keep making content in order to not die out. Hope you liked my shitty analogy there. If I had to project myself onto that analogy, then I'd say right now I'd be constantly working up steps on the escalator with no progress to show for. Which really sucks if you think about it, but I couldn't even imagine where I'd be if I uploaded any less than I currently do. Again, not asking for sympathy here, I don't like it when my YouTube analytics have a negative slope, but that doesn't mean I'll be pissed off about it to everyone. In the end I'm just doing YouTube as a for fun side hobby, right? Sort of. I like to think of it as a hobby, but it's hard to do that when you put a lot of your free time into making videos that it feels like you're working a job. That's what happens when money is a factor, I guess. I'll be the first to admit that money helps motivate me into making videos, because that along with my other job will help pay off my tuition and other expenses. And I'm sure most other large YouTubers would say money along with a supportive fan base drives them too. But in no way would I ever consider YouTube as a full-time gig, even if I hit 1 million subs, not because you won't have much translatable skills from doing YouTube other than video editing, but just the inconsistency. 1 month you could be making bank, next month could be half of that. Like even for me, I was killing it in views back in June, but now my views in September are literally a shell of what it used to be. And I'm sure not much would have changed had I gone all out starting June and uploaded daily. Volume just isn't how YouTube works. It's all about being in the right place at the right time, and getting lucky and hoping one of your videos suddenly explode. And clickbaiting, of course. In this next bit I'm going to suck all of you off for taking the time to make it this far into the video. I do in fact appreciate you guys a lot for the support throughout these years. Remember how my goal was 25K by the end of this year? Well, we hit that long ago, but for some reason I still feel disappointed in my progress, though it might just be because I've gotten too used to the triple-digit sub days, LOL. Or maybe I'm just jealous of those agar channels that gained hundreds of thousands of subs in a matter of months just from making a few gameplay videos with no commentary. Well, at least they're dying off now along with the game. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to cover for this video. I actually had a blast making this one cause it's a topic I wanted to cover for a while. Bonus points cause I get a Plaster League content in the back. Shit, I broke my promise saying I wouldn't bring League up again. Anyways, please like the vid if you enjoyed, and if you want to see more videos talking about general topics non-game related. Have a stagnant day.